For exercise 5-23, I've already started my metric file, and I'm just going to begin by drawing the front view. I need a line that goes across 100. From here, this is going to go up 15. This will go in 30, up 35, over 40. Then it will go down 20, and then I can just draw out the rest of the block. I also have a gap in the middle that is 20 centered, so I want to come off of here. If the whole thing is 40 across and that's 20 centered, that means it's going to be 10 over from here, 15 down, 20 over, and then back up. So this, for the most part, is my front view minus any of the hidden lines that I'm going to have for this particular piece. I'm going to draw my rectangle to set my view spacing, which again is going to be 25 by 25. I'll draw a rectangle off of that. That's going to be a negative 100 by 50, and that's going to give me my top view. I can then take and project the lines that I have for my top view. So we'll project this one here up. We'll project this one here up. I am going to go ahead and put in my miter line for this particular one. And then I'm going to draw a rectangle representing my right side view, which in this case is going to be 50 by 50. I can now take and draw and project this line here across. That is going to be the only visible line in this particular view. I now need to locate my holes, which are not centered. They're actually offset 13 from the side. So I'm going to hover here, move to the right and type 13, enter. And then since I want to place this by diameter, I hit D, enter, and then 20, enter. And what that does is that gives me my offset of 13, and it says both sides, so I can now take and mirror this right around the center point of this object to get my other hole. My last hole is actually centered on that top face, and it has a diameter of 30. So I can now take and project everything down that needs projected down, but these are all, for the most part, going to be hidden lines. And again, I'm going to change my hidden layer to yellow so that you can see it, but again, I want you to leave yours blue. So now I just project all of my hidden lines right down to my front view. There is one spot on this drawing that is going to become very tricky as far as the hidden line layout is concerned, and that's going to be in the right side view. And since I'm still on hidden lines, what I want to do is I want to put in the hidden line that represents this back edge over here. And now I can actually put and copy these hidden lines from the mid between 2 points of here and here to the midpoint of that line. Now these two hidden lines are going to represent the hidden lines for this hole and this hole. So everything is now located the way that it's supposed to be located. I need to go back to my model layer for a moment and draw my two lines that are going to represent this piece right here. And this is where the difficulty is going to come in this view right here. I know that I've got hidden lines that are going to represent this hole. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy these. Since everything is centered here, I can just copy them from this midpoint to this midpoint. This line right here is going to remain intact. What's going to be different is going to be this one right here, because this actually doesn't exist up at this point. So what I want to do is I want to take and just project a hidden line into here, or a regular line into here. Now what that's going to do is that's going to show me where this front gap is going to intersect with this, and then projecting this line is going to show me how deep that is going to be. So now I've got my 3 lines that I need to trim out, and this gets trimmed because that's where the hole no longer exists. I can erase this, and then these 2 lines are what become my hidden lines for the top of that hole. So this now becomes the hidden lines to show this face over here and where it goes back to actually intersecting with the hole. This is the completion of exercise 5-23. The only other thing you may want to do is put in center marks, and again, to do that we go to the annotate tab. Well, first let me switch to the dimension layer, and then I can go to annotate, click dimensions, click center mark, and then go ahead and click the circles, and I'm hitting spacebar in between to go back into my dimension center command. But other than that, you don't really need to put the center lines going down through here. This object isn't really all that complex, so we can look right here at this view and see that everything is done. So again, once you get to this point, go ahead and center up your views and put all your dimensions on, and then you can turn in this particular drawing.